Hi friends, welcome once again. The right answer of this question is 2.25 kg. 2.25 kg is the right answer. Now we will solve it. This piece of wood assume we have a piece of lead and this one is 300 millimeter. Here we have water and this dimension is 75 millimeter. So first we will calculate the mass of wood. The mass of wood is equal to volume into density of wood. Volume is 0.075 0.075 into 2 in meter. The density of wood, this one. Mass of wood is equal to 7.3125 kg. Now balance. So mass of water displaced, that should be equal to 0.075, 0.075 into inside is total is 2000 millimeter, 300 outside, 1700, 2 minus 0.3 into density of water 1000 kg per meter cube. So mass of water displaced, that will be equal to 9.5625 kg. So from Archimedes principle, mass of water displaced, yeah, weight of water displaced, G and G will cancel out. The weight of water displaced would be equal to the mass of wood plus mass of lead block. This is also gate question. This is 9.5625, 7.3125. Assume x kg. This is the right answer. All these questions were very conceptual type of questions. Is it clear? Very good. Is there any rocket science? No. Very good. Write down next topic. That is hydrostatic equilibrium. Fluid statics is going to finish. Hydrostatic equilibrium. Suppose we have this column. We are going to assume an element, this is area S, assume this is ZB, and this one is Z of A, and this element is of, assume it is at Z, and this element is of DZ, this element. Pressure P, and we are going to assume pressure P plus dP. Please don't confuse. I am going to take origin. In previous problems, we were going in this direction as a positive, and here we are going like this. For the simplicity of our derivation or nothing. If we have this strip, then there are total three forces. One is pressure P, second one is pressure P plus dP, and third one is the weight of that fluid element. And there is no motion. So we need to balance all these forces and we will get the equation. Is it clear? Is it clear up to this point? Very good. So we can say this is our stationary mass. So in a stationary mass of single static fluid, the pressure is constant. The pressure is constant in any cross section. In any cross section parallel to the Earth's surface. Parallel to the Earth's surface, but varying from height to height. You already know this thing, but varies from height to height. But varies from height to height. So as you make cross-sectional area, as you make cross-sectional area of the column is S. So at a height Z, above the base of the column, above the base of the column. So assume the let the pressure be E and P plus dP. E and P plus dP. Is it clear? The resultant of all the forces on this element should be equal to 0 because there is no motion. If there is no motion, what does it mean? It means the resultant force should be 0. So the resultant of all forces on the small volume of the fluid of height dz and cross sectional area s must be 0. So we have three forces. One is pressure P, second one is P plus dP, and third one is due to gravity. So we have three vertical forces. We have three vertical forces. First one is the force from pressure. The force from pressure P acting in an upward direction. Acting in an upward direction, which is P into S. Second one is the force from pressure P plus dP acting in an downward direction which is P plus dP into S. And third one is the force of gravity acting along downward, which is density into volume. that is mass into G. Volume is area into height. Area is height dz into G. So if you will balance ES minus E plus dps minus rho G S dz is equal to 0. After solving, you will get dp plus rho into G into dz. But we cannot directly integrate this equation because if the value of rho is going to change, then we are not able to integrate. But if we are going to assume incompressible fluid, then we will take rho outside and we can integrate. In that case, we will have only one variable. I hope up to this point, there should be no doubt to any student. Anubhav, Siddharth, Aniket, is it clear to each and every student? Very good. Because that is very simple in nature. Now you will not feel problem in fluid mechanics because in these 20 lectures, we just make our foundation. Now you know the all the basic things. dp plus rho g into dz is equal to 0. This equation cannot be integrated directly. This equation cannot be integrated, cannot be integrated for compressible fluids unless the variation of density with pressure, variation of density with pressure is known throughout the column, is known throughout the column. But we know that for incompressible fluids, rho is constant. If the value of rho is equal to constant, then we will get, after integration, you will get P by rho plus Gz is equal to constant. P by rho plus Gz is equal to constant. Now apply limits a to b, then you will get Pa by rho plus Gza is equal to Pb by rho plus Gzb, or you will get Pb minus Pa by rho G into Za minus Zb. This equation looks like, but only one term is absent. V square by 2 है. And I have already told you P by rho G we can also express in terms of the head, and I have already discussed about the pressure head at P by rho G. There should be no doubt up to this point. Is it clear? Very good. Write down next point. That is barometric equation. Okay, first tell me, what is the use of barometric equation? Anubhav, Siddharth, anyone else? Aniket, what is the use of barometric equation? Just try to think. Barometer use. Just atmospheric. Just think like about that. What is the use of gauge pressure? Compare between 2 points. Lokesh, you need some. Calculate the pressure between 2 points. Where? Just try to think why. Sai Kishore, gauge pressure. After doing PhD on pressure and you are talking like this, such type of things. Just try to think. Now we will solve. Next one is barometric equation. Barometric equation. Barometric equation. So for an ideal gas, we know that. For an ideal gas, we know that rho is equal to Pm by RT. Is it clear? Is there any rocket science? You have equation this one, dp by rho plus g, dp by rho plus g into dz is equal to 0. At the place of that equation, we can write dp by p, and at the place of rho, we are going to write this one. So we will get g into m by RT into dz is equal to 0. Is it clear? So you will get dp by p is equal to minus of gm by RT into dz. Now you need to integrate. Suppose you are going to integrate from PA to PB, or P1 to P2, or ZB to ZA. Sorry, ZA to ZB. ZA to ZB. 1 by x ln x, ln A minus ln B, ln A by B. So we can write ln P by ln PB divided by ln PA is equal to minus of GM by RT ZB minus ZA. Or you will get PB by PA is equal to exponential of minus GM ZB minus ZA by RT. So you will get PB is equal to PA exponential minus GM ZB minus ZA by RD. This equation is known as barometric equation. This equation is known as barometric equation. This equation is known as barometric equation. Is it clear? And what is the use of barometric equation? This equation is used to model how the pressure of the air changes with altitude. That's why for atmospheric, na barometer means atmosphere pressure changes with altitude. So this graph is will be like that in exponential manner, negative of this one. Is it clear? Very good. I hope up to this point there should be no doubt. Now I am going to derive a one very wonderful derivation, and students have a lot of doubt in that derivation. So please concentrate or watch that thing with full concentration. At the hydrostatic equilibrium in a centrifugal field. Next, and they ask 2 marks of 2 to 3 questions in already in GATE. Hydrostatic hydrostatic equilibrium in a centrifugal field. Hydrostatic equilibrium in a centrifugal field. Before starting this, I will try to explain something to you. Just give me 1 second, just to demonstrate an example to you. Maybe I don't have a glass of in steel glass. You will not analyze. Okay, no problem. For that we have a glass. Okay, no problem. A very simple thing is that suppose you have a glass of water. If you have a glass of water or of any fluid, and if there is no motion, then its surface look like this. Please analyze this thing in a very simple manner. That is very important thing. Is it clear up to this point? Now you need to steer this very slowly. Then you will get such type. If you are going to increase the speed, then after some time you will get like this. Again, you are going to increase more speed or increase the speed. Then you will get like this. Yes or no? If in case of if in case of industrial centrifuges where speed is of thousands of rpm, then what will you analyze? You will analyze that, and you will get that there is such type of virtual cylinder. Is it clear? Is this thing clear to each and every student? Yes or no? Vortex formation is not in our GATE syllabus, that we will not discuss, but whatever is in our syllabus, we will. So that's why I will not mention the name also. Is it clear to each and every student? Lokesh, I am saying, suppose we have a fluid in a container. If there is no motion, the free surface is like that. If you just with the help of any spoon, just you are going to steer it, then the free surface will be like that. Yes or no? If you are going to increase the speed of steering, then like that. If you will increase full speed like that, is it clear? Then there is no such power in your hand that you will get analyze this type of thing. But in the case of centrifuge, industrial centrifuges, where speed is of thousands of RPM. If speed is of thousand is of RPM, if speed is of thousand of RPM, then we can analyze that we will get a virtual cylinder in between. Yes or no? Is it clear to each and every student? If you have any doubt at any step, please ask because they already asked a 2 marks question from the note from the formula between the derivation or between the they asked a one single step from that one. Is it clear to each and every student? Yes or no? If you have doubt, then I will explain once more. But there should be no doubt to any student. Is it clear to? Very good. Now write down in a rotating centrifuge. In a rotating centrifuge, a layer of liquid, a layer of liquid is thrown outward from the axis of rotation. From the axis of rotation and is held against the and is held against the wall of the bowl by centrifugal force. And the free surface of the liquid and the free surface of the liquid takes the shape of a paraboloid of revolution. Is it clear? But in industrial centrifuges, the rotational speed is so high, and centrifugal force so much greater than the force of gravity, greater than the force of gravity, that the liquid is virtually cylindrical, and coaxial with the axis of rotation, and coaxial with the axis of rotation I hope up to this point there should be no doubt. We can analyze this thing with more example. Remember summer days? In summer days, in summer, in our country, we have a season of mangoes. Any relative who will come at your home with will come with 1 2 kg of mangoes. Then in evening at the place of tea, every one of the family member will consume mango shake in juicer mixer. When that is in own condition, then the total material with the surface and in between, or we can get the center line, around center line, you will get like a cylinder type of thing, a virtual cylinder, and the hold the liquid at the surface only. And one more thing, there is no relative motion in the particles, so that's why we are going to consider that case in fluid statics, not kinematics, because there is no motion or there is no relative motion between the two fluid particles. There is overall motion, but there is no motion between the two layers of the fluid. Is it clear up to this point? Yes or no? This derivation is very important. Remaining students, do you need to pay some tax to comment? Sangeeta, I am saying one thing. In summer days, in juicer mixer, where you are going to make mango shake, in juicer mixer, when the juicer mixer speed is very high, the all the material present in the juicer mixer, along with the surface surface of the that juicer mixer, and in between you will feel like that will like a virtual cylinder type of thing that is empty. Yes or no? And the whole the fluid around the surface only. Is it clear? Yes or and there is no motion. And there is no motion between any 2 point or between any two fluid particles. When there is no motion between two fluid particles, it means that comes under the category of fluid statics. So that's why we are going to deal that in the fluid statics chapter. Very good. Now I will take one element. If you will take assume a ring, that ring is like that because complete is moving. Very good. So we will make a diagram. Just we are going to open this one. It is a center line assume. And your all the material is present in this area and in this area. Feel like mango shake hai? Color also like mango shake hai? Make a assume a strip that is of dr. If we have a strip of r that is dr and assume this length is r1 and this is r2 radial distance. So what is R1? R1 is the radial distance from the axis of rotation from the axis of rotation to the free liquid surface to the free liquid surface, and that R2 is the radius of the bowl, and this entire mass is indicated by this one. We have a single fluid in centrifuge bowl, and the entire mass of the and this complete is rotating fluid, and this is, we can say, rigid particle. Rigid means because there is no motion. If one particle is this one and one particle is this one, there is no relative motion. So the entire mass of liquid indicated, and assume this length is also b, is indicated in figure, is rotating as a rigid body, is rotating as a rigid body with no sliding of with no sliding of one layer of fluid or one layer of liquid with another or over another. Now our main task is to calculate the pressure distribution. We assume that this ring. Now your confusion will start. We need to calculate the pressure drop. The pressure drop over any ring of rotating liquid is calculated as, consider the ring, consider the ring of liquid as shown in figure, and the volume element and the volume element of thickness dr at a radius r is given by, first we will calculate the value. Force is equal to, a centrifugal force is equal to mr omega square, but in that element the mass is dm, so we can write omega square r into dm, so where df is centrifugal force, dm is mass of liquid in element, mass of liquid in element, and omega angular velocity, that is radian per second. I hope up to this point also there should be no doubt to any student. Very good. Rho is the density. If rho is the density of the liquid and B is the breadth, B is the breadth of the ring, then dm is equal to, tell me. Now doubt starts from now. Please tell me the value of dm. Write in comment box that B is the breadth of the ring. 2 pi r into rho into B. 2 pi r into rho into B. 2 pi r into dr into, why it is 2 pi r into dr into this one? Lokesh, Sai Kishore. Okay, density into volume. That volume you will take area into height. Area is equal to 2 pi r into dr. And height is, that is B, that is the breadth of the length. Now I will explain with the help of a paper so that the students who have confusion just try to understand one thing. Suppose we have this, wait, it is the front view, that is the 2 pi r, yes or no? If I have any strip here, 2 pi r into this one, or in that diagram, if I am going to open this we have 2 pi r or no? When I will open this, it will look like a rectangle. So its area will be 2 pi r, 2 pi r into b. This is the complete area of this rect. Suppose you have this one. If it is the front view, this is 2 pi r, yes or no? Are yes or no? This is 2 pi r. This derivation is very important and students feel tough in this one. This is 2 pi r. If I am going to open this one, if in diagram that is the length, na, that is b. So this is the length, that is the breadth of the b, and 2 pi r into, this is the area of the rectangle. 2 pi r into b. 2 pi r, and when you will open, and 2 pi r, and this one is b. I hope there should be no doubt to any student. So dm is equal to, you will get 2 pi r into b into dr into rho, or you will get dm is, so you put this value in df, pi rho b omega square r square into dr. Now we will divide by the area of the ring, and area of the ring I have already told you. This one is 2 pi r. If you will open like this, 2 pi r in, that is the area of the ring. Because b is the breadth of the ring, this b is the breadth of the ring, and this length, that is in this form we have 2 pi r. If I will open it, that is 2 pi r. So that's why, and area is length into breadth. Very good. The change in pressure for the change in pressure over the element is the force exerted is the force exerted by the element of liquid. Element of liquid. Pressure is equal to force per unit area divided by the area of the ring. Divided by the area of the ring. So if we will divide both sides by 2 pi r into b. Now there should be no doubt why we are going to write df is equal to 2 pi r into b. Omega square rho into r into dr. So you will get dp is equal to omega square rho into r into dr. 1 to 2. 1 to 2. If density is constant, so you will get P2 minus P1 is equal to rho omega square R2 square minus R1 square divided by. The formula you mucked up P2 minus P1 is equal to rho omega square by 2 R2 square minus R1 square we will get in such a manner. I hope it should be clear to each and every student. Location above Sai Kishore, Nikhil, why DR? Where DR? That in area we are not getting the DR. In DR you will get in volume or in DR you will get in the strip. But when if you are going to analyze this one, if this is of R that is 2 pi R na, and if I will open it, it will convert into the calculation that 2 pi r this length and this breadth is given in the problem that is b that 2 pi r into b that is the area of this liquid element which I assume because you are initially you are getting like this now. That's why in area there is no use of dr. 2 pi r into b. 2 pi r is circumference and that circumference will convert to the this length and this is the this one b. So 2 pi r into b. So that's why I divide both sides 2 pi r into b. Is it clear? Sai Kishore, 99.99% students have confusion in this derivation. That's why I explained even at the time of BTech I was, but now it is okay. Is it clear? And volume is area into height. Very good. The number of questions we have solved till now. Please tell me. In such a manner, our fluid statics is just nearly finished. 28 questions we have solved. Write down next question. Again, very nice question they asked from derivation. Question number 29. A very nice question of GATE 2006 of 2 marks. GATE 2006, 2 marks. The liquid surface. That's why derivations are important. The liquid surface in a cylindrical bucket, in a cylindrical bucket of radius r, rotating about its axis, acquires a parabolic profile. Parabolic profile given by the equation. Given by the equation y is equal to a plus br square, where y is the where y is the height of the liquid surface, height of the liquid surface from the bottom of the bucket at a radial distance y, at a radial distance y, sorry, at a radial distance r from the bucket axis, from the bucket axis, if the liquid has density rho, then the mass of liquid in the bucket. This question is from the mid of the derivation of that one. But if you mucked up directly formula delta P is equal to half rho omega square R2 square minus R1, then you are not able to solve. Then the mass of the liquid in the bucket is given by pi rho R square. This one. Second one, third option. I need answer from each and every student. If you have understood the derivation, then this question is very simple for you. Solve it. Very simple question. That's why gate is a conceptual type of paper, not mugging up the thing. If you will mug up the things, that will not work. You have 2 minutes, please solve it. The right answer of this question is B. B. Only 4 students. Why not others? B is the correct answer. Now we will solve it directly from derivation. Assuming a differential strip, assuming a differential strip of width dr at a distance r from the axis of rotation. So differential volume strip, the volume of the strip 2 pi r into dr, that is area, and this one is by area into width. Mass is given by volume into density. So dm is equal to rho into 2 pi r into dr. The value of y is given in the question, a plus br square. So you will get dm is equal to the separate constant terms 2 pi into rho, then ar plus br cube into dr. Total mass is equal to here 0 to r 2 pi into rho ar square by 2 br to the power 4 by 4 0 to r. So you will get total mass is equal to 2 pi into rho a into r square by 2 b into r to the power 4 by 4. And you will take common 2 pi rho into r square by 2 a plus br square by 2. So you will get total mass is equal to pi into rho into r square a plus br square by 2. If you don't have any idea of derivation, then you are not able to solve. That's why you need to study like this. If you will go like this, then automatically no one can stop you to get a good rank. Is it clear? I hope you enjoyed this session also. Thank you very much. If you have any doubt, just ask. In such a manner, our fluid statics is just nearly finished. Thank you very much.